a little bit and have three elected officials, I guess. We'll start with the mayor, and she's going to read the proclamation that today, which is Florida Arbor Day, is also Lake Worth Arbor Day. Mayor, welcome back to the stage.
Is this year 3? I'm here 3 or 4? 3? Second with you, okay. Keeps getting better and better every year. Uh-oh. Well, hello everyone, and welcome to downtown Lake Worth. How are ya? It's a little quiet out there. How are ya?
Great.
It is my honor to be here today. I have a fellow commissioner with me. Where are you, John Zerdy? Get over here. Got a little reverb here. I don't want to squeak you out. Yeah, it's your fault, John. Hey, I am so excited to be here with you. We have so many great projects going on, and if you appreciate these beautiful trees that you see out here and what's going on within our city, I am so pleased. What a lot of people don't know is that we have a number of projects happening in the central and south end of our city that involve green spaces. In fact, they're called greenways, and we have 4 or 5 greenways planned in areas of the south end of the city that you may have remembered to have been dirt roads, and there'll be winding paths and shade trees and places to bicycle, and we're very excited about that. And in fact, I think that the south end of the city, by the time we finish all these greenways, is going to have to be referred to as the Garden District, because it is going to be so magnificent. You won't be able to stand it. So as these projects happen, please watch your local newspapers and take a look and see when the next one is going in. I don't know, the first one is actually broken ground and is underway. And I don't have, Chris told me before, I think it is. Yeah, I'm not sure, but we're gonna let you know about that. But in the meantime, we're also committed to the canopies throughout the beautiful city of Lake Worth. And these are areas that, you know, that really increase the quality of life within our community. And hopefully we'll have a new tree up there in that spot very soon in the near future. But in the meantime, it's my honor to read the proclamation. Whereas, in 1872, J. Sterling Morton proposed to the Nebraska Board of Agriculture that a special day be set aside for the planting of trees. And whereas the holiday called Arbor Day was first observed with the planting of more than 1 million trees in Nebraska. And whereas Arbor Day is now observed throughout the nation and the world. And whereas trees can reduce the erosion of our precious topsoil by wind and water, lower our heating and cooling costs, moderate the temperature, clean the air, produce oxygen, and provide habitat for wildlife. And whereas trees are a renewable resource giving us paper, wood for our homes, fuel for our fires, and countless other wood products. And whereas trees in our city increase property values, enhance the economic vitality of business areas, and beautify our community. And whereas trees, wherever they're planted, are a source of joy and spiritual renewal. Now, therefore, I, Pam Triolo, Mayor of the City of Lake Worth, Florida, by the virtue of the authority vested in me, do hereby proclaim January 17th, 2015 as Arbor Day, and urge all citizens to celebrate Arbor Day and support efforts to protect our trees and woodlands, and to plant and care for trees to gladden the heart and promote the well-being of this and future generations. Put your hands together. I'd like to give a quick opportunity to my fellow Commissioner John Zerdy. A lot of people don't know his background in the environment and some of the major projects that he's done throughout his lifetime and how he's utilizing his skills here in the city as we plan this beautiful and green future.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much. Some of you may not know, but I'm an architect and been an architect in Florida for almost 35 years now. I also have been the chairman of the U.S. Green Building Council for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast for a number of years, and I was on the board for South Florida. So one of the first projects that drew me to the city was the project I designed and we had built over here right across from City Hall, and it's called the Eco Center. Some of you have gone over there, and in that building we focus not only on the landscaping, but the source that helps our trees stay healthy, which is water. And so I specialize in those kind of systems. We've done a number of projects around the world, in Africa, in Qatar, we've been in New Mexico. I lived there for quite a while. But my background is tremendously in the environmental side for buildings that become part of a living environment in the city. And I also teach architecture. I've taught at the University of Florida, FAU, Broward, and currently Indian River. So we teach specifically about the relationship between inside and outside. In fact, the idea that architecture is about bricks and mortar is really not what we focus on. We think buildings are just the mediator between our natural activities and our human activities. And so we spend time teaching, at least in our classes, what that really means in terms of the balance that we have. I think we're looking for that balance all the time here in our city between what we need to exist in terms of our human activities and what needs to sustain us with our natural environment that we protect and enhance. And so today is a great day for us to celebrate that. And I'm happy to come up here and say a few words today. And I hope you all have a really great day. And one of the things I got from our tree festival coming is a tree that I planted out by my house near my driveway. It now provides me like shade for my own little natural carport. So it grew pretty quickly and keeps the heat off of not only the car but anything else. So hope you all have a great day, and thank you for being here.
All right, so our next speaker is Representative Mark Pafford, who represents the 86th District for the Florida State Legislature, and from the Florida State House. And he, between last year and this year, became Executive Director of the Arthur R. Marshall Foundation for the Everglades. And we have Tara Barty right there. She's the Senior Scientist for Arthur R. Marshall Foundation for the Everglades, and she will, at the conclusion of Mark's presentation speech here, she will be giving a presentation inside City Hall Annex in the whole commission room. I definitely encourage you to find out more about what the foundation's activities are and check her out afterward. But with further ado, Mark Pafford.
Good afternoon, everybody. How are you? Come on. Good afternoon, everybody. How are you? I don't have any instruments, so I'm not going to play anything really bad. So I mean, we'll just work with how are you. My name is Mark Pafford. It's great to be here. Last year was wonderful, and as it was said, I'm a legislator in Tallahassee. And one of the things that I really enjoy doing is anything environmental in Tallahassee. There's so much to do. Lake Worth is really just an incredible example when you talk about greenways of really taking the next step and being the cutting edge of where we need to be as a society. If you were to go back about 100 years and we were sitting right here, my guess would be we wouldn't be able to see each other because of the heavy vegetation that was basically here creating oxygen, preventing erosion, and basically creating an environment where prehistoric civilizations had no trouble finding food. I don't think any one of our native inhabitants at that time ever went to a tree sale or had to worry about Arbor Day because of the amount of vegetation and trees that were here. If you look around now, it's great to see everybody, and that's because there's a lot less vegetation. So we have this day where we consider planting trees. Loads of these trees that are here, including some of the paradise trees back there, represent really a very unique area that this place in Florida sits in. This is a area where it's a subtropical hardwood forest. That's what it used to be. And a lot of different varieties of plants would come in from the islands, and also some of the plants that are here native to the state would coexist in this area. One of the things that the Marshall Foundation does is provide education by using places like the Everglades as a backdrop, as a classroom. And that's what we're going to be focusing on this year. We're trying to move out of classrooms and change that location, that classroom setting, and make it the Everglades. It's pretty different, and we're hoping people really find that of great interest. In terms of the legislature, now this is where I'm going to test if you're listening. Does anybody really care about clean water? Thank God you're listening. You're just not paying attention, but I'll take that. We have a very, very big water problem in this state, and we've got to begin connecting land south of the lake and connect it back to the Everglades. So like the trees scrub our air and our water, those areas will be able to scrub water so we can actually use that water. Right now in Palm Beach County, 10% of our drinking wells have salt contamination. And in Broward County, it's up to 50% of those wells have salt water contamination. It's a major, major issue. The greenways that you talk about in Lake Worth, we're going to be, I'm offering, we talked a little bit off the stage, we're going to be offering some assistance in terms of what types of trees. Frankly, I love mango trees, but we'll talk about slash pines too. We're really excited, the Arthur R. Marshall Foundation for the Everglades, about Lake Worth and everything we're doing. Yes, we have a booth all the way in the back. Say hello. There she is. She's waving. If you get a chance, stop by our booth. And thanks very much, everybody. I'm happy so many people are here. Buy a tree, plant it. It'll last a lifetime. Clean the air and fix our water. We've gotten to this point. Now we got to make some decisions to make things better. So thank you, everybody.
Thanks so much, Mark. Let's see what we got next. I guess Tom Regis is going to be setting